Hi, Stampers. It's Lisa. Welcome, everyone. We're getting close to Christmas, aren't we? Man, this year went fast. So today we are doing a Christmas card. It's a fun fold using the Penguin Place bundle. So this is a punch. This is a very quick and easy card. It's got a little bit of an easel on the side just to make it a little wow, but it is very simple and I can't wait to show you how it's done. I'm just working on getting my computer all set up here. So who has had a chance to go take a look at the sale? There have been some awesome things discounted all over the website. They have updated the clearance rack and they have announced what is going to be the last chance for what's happening in our mini catalog, because the new mini catalog that goes live January 5th is like coming really soon. My catalog's actually shipped today, should come tomorrow. I've already got my labels printed. So anyone who has ordered from me in the last year will be getting a Christmas card and the new catalog. In addition to the new catalog, they're also going to get the celebration brochure because January kicks off celebration. And this is a new thing that they're going to go back to doing it just once a year. I know the last 2 years, they did celebration in August as well, and they have decided it was not quite as special and people weren't as excited about it, so they brought it back to just once a year, and it's happening in January and February. The reason they had tried to do the summer one is that they can't get any products really from China because it's Chinese New Year and they close down factories for like extended periods of time, and they can't get dyes and things like that they wanted to include in celebration, and they couldn't. So we're back to paper and stamps. But hey, those are my favorite things, so I'm excited to have it. Don't forget to type in #PrizePatrol. That is going to be your chance at winning today's card. If your name is picked at the end, then I will send off this card in the mail to you. I realize there are a few that I still need to get in the mail. I did get a message from someone. I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to reply. But some of the thicker ones I'm going to need to take to the post office because they won't go on a standard one postage stamp. So I'm going to need to have them down at the post office and have them weighed. But I don't drive in snow, and we've had snow lately. So the roads did clear up, supposed to not snow till the weekend. So fingers crossed I can get to the post office tomorrow or the next day. But for now, let's go ahead and start on today's card. Let me bring you down to my desk and show you what we're doing. It is a side easel card. And so it's kind of like the book binding card. And then I took a standard card base and we came over 1.25 inches and cut it. But rather than it open, this way as a book binding, it's going to open this way as an easel. So to do that, I apologize. Someone is on Facebook. I can't see their name. And when I can't see your name, it's not actually going to get entered in Prize Patrol. Did you go ahead and click the link to give StreamYard permission to use your name? Because they won't allow StreamYard to see your name unless you've given permission. That's why I usually tell most people to watch over on YouTube. I've also heard that YouTube gives a better, image, or better, there's not as much delay, is that the word I want? That it's a better experience watching on YouTube. Here we go. The front of the card is 4 1/4 inches. I want to cut that in half, so I'm going to go 2 1/8. You could do 2. It wouldn't matter because all it's going to do is be the easel, and that's going to be the part that pops up. So whether or not that's 2 inches or 2 1/8, it's not going to matter. just as long as you get this kind of an idea that the 1 1/4 is going to get glued down, and then this is scored in order to pop up this direction. Okay. So since I said this is going to glue down, that's easy. We'll just go ahead and glue that right away. Get this kind of out of our way. And I'm making sure that I'm lining it up, making it nice and neat. And aligning my corner first and then pushing things back. Okay, then to go over this, I'm actually going to need, I need a piece of designer series paper 4x4, or actually cardstock 4x4. And then I'm going to put designer series paper over the top of that. So I have a 4x4 in blue that's going to go on the outside, and a 3 7/8 by 3 7/8 that's going to go over the top of that. And then I have a 4x4 of white to go on the inside of the card. Over on the side, I'm going to do a 1 inch by 4 inch, just to give a little bit of texture over there. These are out of the same designer series paper. It's Storybook Gnomes. I'm going to go ahead and do this one with liquid glue because it has the teeny tiny border, and the glue will give me wiggle time. But for most of the card, I'm going to use seal. But when I need this to wiggle around because the border is so tiny, I use liquid. Yeah, see, quality is better on YouTube. Good. That's one of the reasons I kind of moved things over to there. Facebook has been kind of glitchy lately. I mean, I'm always on Facebook. That's my main form of social media, but it gets glitchy. Okay, just looking for any questions. Is everybody following me so far? Lots of people typing in Prize Patrol. Thank you. Okay, so for the card, for the bottom, when this pops up, I want it to pop. So I'm only going to adhere on the bottom half. I don't want any adhesive up here so that it allows it to do the easel. So I'm going to go down here, and I'm just kind of putting the adhesive there, making sure that I'm not messing with my border. But then I'm centering it as if it was an actual, normal layer. It's just only glued at the bottom. Okay, the Storybook Gnomes designer series paper is something that's retiring, but I wanted to point out that we do have a new bundle coming out in our January catalog that's going to match the kindest gnomes that are in our catalog right now. The kindest gnomes will be retiring. That's this one here. So that one is being clearanced. It will no longer be available, but we're going to keep the dies. So the paper and these are retiring. This is coming out new, and we're keeping the dies. So if you want something that's going to be easy to coordinate and make lots and lots of things from, you might want to consider picking up that gnome bundle. because you will be able to expand on it in the new catalog. If you're wondering what I'm going to be working with in the new catalog, I already got my first order. As demonstrators, we are able to order early. So if you wanted to be able to order out of that catalog now, you can join my team, and then you would not only be able to order the new products, but you also start earning celebration stuff. So I got lots and lots of stuff in my box the other day, and I did a live, like kind of a surprise live on Saturday, I believe. It's on my YouTube channel showing you all the things I got in my little kit. Okay, so I want season's greetings for the outside. And then inside, to the coolest friend ever. And then we're going to put those on blocks. I use my grid paper to line up my stamps so that they are on a straight line. And then I align my block on a straight line. And we're hoping that's enough to keep this straight, so when I stamp, it's not cattywampus at all. So there's our two sentiments. I'm going to stamp them in Night of Navy. Now the outside one, I use the double oval. You know, I'm a huge fan of these basic shapes because you can use them everywhere. So I'm going to do that out of white, and then I'm going to do the other one out of blue. And then I'm hoping this is going to be enough. Maybe not. Let's see. I just want to give a little bit of a border to this. Kind of. Okay. So I'm going to come in with paper snips. And I'm going to snip off this one. And then I'm going to snip off this one. Trying to keep my border kind of even. It wasn't quite straight. Okay, so this is going to be my inside. This is going to be the stopper in here. So I just glued down my standard 4x4 white. Then I'm going to put the sentiment on a mat. And then I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. So this is what it's going, this will make it a stopper. It'll give it something to rest against when I try to open the card and leave it open. So I'm going to want to estimate where I think it's going to look good. And then I'm going to place my stopper right there. So see, when it stands on someone's desk, that little, I don't know, dimension, the little bit of pop that we gave to that sentiment is enough to make the card stop so that it props up. And I love cards that do this because people who get my cards like to display them. And this allows it to sit out on the table, and it makes a great conversation piece too. Because a lot of people don't make cards anymore. It's becoming, I don't want to say it's becoming a dying hobby, but it kind of is, which is sad. So I'm making it my job to try and get more and more people involved in it. And so is Stampin' Up. And that's why their kit program has gotten so popular and why they're really focusing on kits, because it's kind of a gateway to becoming a real stamper. So if you have someone on your Christmas list that you think might be interested in being crafty but doesn't want to make the investment of, you know, buying a lot of stuff, or they think it's going to be too difficult, then a kit might be a great thing, especially for kids. Grandkids love getting crafty. And the little kit comes with full color instructions and everything they need to put it together. They get a little tiny ink pad, and the first kit has a block. I mean, it's great. Paper pumpkin is something that a lot of grandparents will get and have a kit delivered to themselves and then one delivered to the grandkid, and then they get on FaceTime or Zoom or Skype, one of those things, and they can craft together even though they don't live nearby, which is a super fun idea because kids need grandparents, and being involved and getting crafty is just fun. So now we're down to the little penguin. Isn't he cute? Now we have stamps in the stamp set where I could have stamped it and then punched it out after that. This one is really cute if you make him look like he's sledding on the little slope here. I've even done a little slope like this. We have a die that's kind of the similar shape. It's in the basic borders dies. And I cut it once, and then I lifted it up and I cut it again. So it made a little 1/4-inch opening. And then I put this guy on pennies, and then he actually does move. He goes down the little slope. It is so cute. Yeah, the cost of postage is really a bummer. And I don't like technology for birthday greetings. I don't know. To me, saying happy birthday on someone's Facebook wall is not nearly as special as getting something in the mail. I mean, a lot of people I know, I want to say everybody, but myself and a lot of people I know love to get Christmas cards and display them on the wall and have string and make them a decoration. And you just don't get as much of that anymore. It's really sad. But I think more than ever, as we're like thrown into this whole coronavirus, you know, stuck at home, you know, don't interact with people, that makes it all that more important, not only for us crafters to spend time crafting, because that's how we de-stress and deal with things, but people on the other end who are locked in. I mean, think of those older folks or disabled people or somebody with an autoimmune disease that can't get out much. They would love the chance to craft, and they would also love to get something special in the mail. And mental health has been a huge issue as of late. And so I like to do anything I can that helps promote somebody else's well-being, as well as my own. I mean, we all know I've got issues, but I'm not the only one. Okay, so this is our Penguin Builder Punch. And I punched out the larger part of his body in black, and then the smaller part of the body in white. And I could have punched out his little feet in pumpkin pie, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp those. $5. Holy crap. Sorry, $5 on postage for one card is ridiculous. But I want to hear back from Carrie. When you get this mailed off and the person on the other end gets it, I want to know what the reaction is, because that $5, although it sounds horrible and we don't like paying it, it might be worth it if the other person on the other end is excited and they love it and they set it out for display and they show it to people and it makes them feel good on the inside. Might be worth it. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp his little face. So I'm going to dip into my little thing of stamps here, and I'm going to pull out the double feet. There is a double feet and there's a single foot, just depending on, you know, how you wanted to stamp them out. And then his eyes. And then his beak, and there are two beaks. There is one that goes sideways, which I've been using on this guy because it makes it that the triangle goes out that way, so it's working with it. But I have seen it used on this one. But on that one, I normally use this, I don't know, squared off kind of thing. So I'm going to bring in my little blocks. Here at my desk, I have two of each size. So one's a little big, but I find when I use the correct size block, I'm not as likely to get the little edges. Still having issues with my lighting, if you haven't noticed. So I'm going to stamp his little feet. That didn't work so well. Apparently it picked up a fiber. And you know what? It's easier when he's on black, so I can see the background. There we go. Okay, I've got his little beak. And then I'm going to go back to the Night of Navy for his eyes. And there we go. There's our cute little penguin. And we can either choose to lay this flat or pop it on dimensionals. I'm going to go ahead and lay it flat. Because I have dimensionals here, I'm not putting them on the front. That's how I most times avoid having to pay additional postage, is normally if I can keep it to one layer of dimensionals, then it only needs one stamp. Because I don't like having to give the mailman any more money than is necessary. Can you still get the penguin punch? Yes, I believe it's on the retiring list, but it still should be in our store online. Just checking. Yes, the Penguin Builder Punch is actually on sale. It's normally $19. It's currently on sale for $7.60. So my guess is it's not going to be available very long. So, I mean, because that's more than half off. If it went from $19 down to $7.60, that might be a good thing to jump on. And I'm going to be using it again on Thursday while we have finished with today's card. I have another penguin project I'm going to be using on Thursday. So this one is what they call a triple easel card. And so it's an easel in that it's got your stopper and it pops up and it opens for display. But this one has 3 of them. And it was a little complicated. But I'm going to try and make that easy for you. I mean, it's not too complicated, but it's one of those things I had to think about a little bit as I was making it. Is that my store? Yes, it is $7.60 in my store. It's on the whole website, but when you're shopping up in the upper left corner in hot pink, it should tell you who you're shopping with, and hopefully that has my name. This is another version of that same card we're going to do on Thursday. using our gnomes. So this is the same designer series paper that I used for the background here and the background here. Only this time I used the gnome dies, and I die cut each of the little gnomes out of the designer series paper using those dies. And then I also die cut them out of just Pool Party and adhered that to the back side. I put some liquid glue on the designer series paper and then adhered it to the same die cut in cardstock, and it just gave it a little more strength and a little more stability so that if it's, you know, manipulated a lot, it's not going to break down or rip. But thank you. That is all I had for today. I have just our prize patrol to spin. So I'm going to go over there and share that screen and see who won our prize. So hopefully everyone has typed in hashtag prize patrol. Thank you. I'm glad you liked today's card. Okay, so I'm going to click the little draw, and this will spin everyone's name, and we'll see who our winner is. And then I need that winner to just fill in the claim form. So Jeanne is our winner. Congratulations. You won today's card. I'm sure you know how to get over to the claim form because you've won before. Congratulations. You would go to my website, which is queenbeecreations.net, and then up in the address bar, you're going to put / and then prize patrol. And that's all I have for you today. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you on Thursday. Thanks a lot. Bye.